quedó este libro? ¿Te acuerdas de algo?
Ni me acuerdo, no, nada.
Muy, qué duro. Bueno, yo siento que conforme vamos leyendo ahí nos vamos a acordar.
Sí, eso sí. ¡Mira!
Nena, por favor.
Ya no 8 y 10.
Nena, ya literal llevamos 15 minutos esperando. Voy a poner esto en pantalla grande. ¿Qué? ¿Empiezo yo o quieres empezar?
Dale. Tengo que poner la cámara.
Pues es opcional, si quieres.
A ver.
Si quieres,
Entonces,
no me enojo.
Yo no.
Bueno. Y yo, espérate, voy a tomar agua, ya me puse nerviosa. Me siento sola. Bueno, vamos a continuar donde quedamos, en el capítulo 9. El capítulo 8, no recuerdo en qué punto terminó, pero bueno. Chapter 9. The couch... Man, no puedo, estoy nerviosa. ¿Cómo se dice eso? Cautious. The cautious seldom err. Confucius. I am Confucian. Logan. Frustrated, I try to keep my head here and not on Lana, who hasn't answered my calls since she walked out of the hospital 5 hours ago. Duke isn't answering his phone either, which will have serious fucking consequences. My eyes... Ugh! My eyes! My eyes settle on the SWAT team commander who is inside the interrogation room. The glass between us is a one-way glass. Not that he doesn't know that. His hands are shaking. He keeps standing and sitting, acting as though he's jittery and ready to get out. His 20-year-old daughter hasn't shown up for her college classes in 4 days, Donnie says, watching him with me. The roommate says she had to go home because of a family loss. We are tracking phone calls to see if Clemens contacted her that way. Maybe lied with the ruse of someone passing. The mother seemed genuinely oblivious, had no idea what we were asking so many questions about. Hola, mañana tamales. Sí, Joanfe, mañana hay tamales. Efectivamente.
¿Qué?
Es que es que me están preguntando aquí en el chat que si mañana hay tamales. Y sí, mi mamá va a hacer tamales mañana.
¿Qué he hecho?
Yo no sé, porque me toca ir a ayudar. Y yo me tengo que levantar temprano. Pero bueno, no va a cooperar, sí, me toca ir a ayudar. Ya me invocaron. Pero bueno. Brunette, I ask him, still studying Lee Norris as he paces the room, then sits down, then stands again. He's definitely agitated. He's Arlick. Estoy perdidísima. Yes, Donnie answers. Clemens taking her shows a level of organization that doesn't fit with his background, or what little we know of it. He felt like he was fooling us all this time, but when we found him out, he took it as a personal challenge to one-up us. I not agreeing. I'll go in, see if you can get a hold of Detective Duke. What did the patrol say? He tightens his lips and I study him. What? I prompt. The guys said Lana kicked them off her property. I didn't want to tell you with so much else going on. She drove off and basically told everyone to fuck themselves. You included. What? I slammed my fist against the wall, the sheetrock crumbling around it. I've never seen you lose your cool like you're losing it now, Logan. Maybe you should take... Don't finish that sentence. I bite out, rubbing my bloody knuckles on my pants, ignoring the burn. Everyone is emotionally invested in this, not just me. Send Leonard in with us. Norris will want to attack me within the first few minutes. You sure you got the head for this? He'll spill immediately. He'll blame us for getting his daughter killed, but he may also be the lead to catching this sick son of a bitch. My head is working just fucking fine. Fine, Lana. Call me if you do. I turn and walk out of the room and head straight into the interrogation room, where Norris jumps up from his seat, glaring at me the second I step inside. What the hell do you think you're doing locking me in here? Do you have any idea what kind of subcommittee reports I could... Erica Norris is your daughter, and she's been missing from her college classes for 4 days due to a death in your family. There's been no death in your family, I say, shutting him up. Ya me cansé. He turns a scary shade of white, and his entire body goes lax as he falls into the chair, losing the ability to stand. You just got her killed, he says in a rasped whisper. Then his eyes turn lethal as he slams his fist against the table, fury rushing in to renew his energy. You son of a bitch! You got her killed! He lunges, but Leonard shows up just in time, grabbing him by the collar as I continue to lean against the wall, keeping my expression blank. You leaked the raid to him, I go on. What phone did you use? Did he give you one? You bastard, he spits out, choking back a sob as Leonard restrains him. You knew he had her and still brought me in, you cold murderer. I push up from the wall, moving to the table separating us, and prop my hands on it, leaning over until his eyes connect with mine. We had him. You tipped him off. What did you think he'll do with her once she was no longer of any use to him? He sobs, breaking in front of me. He swore he wouldn't hurt her if I alerted him to any threat. He swore I'd get her back as long as I kept my mouth shut. He swore. Now you've pulled me in here and there's no chance of that. You're the reason he's out there. You're the reason we don't have him in custody right now, I remind him, an icy edge to my tone as I shut off all emotions for what he's going through as a father. He wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for you and your fucking team. You set a killer loose in our state, and now he has my daughter. He'd be in Boston, Leonard says calmly. Killing someone else's wife, daughter, sister? We didn't make the killer, Commander. We're trying to stop him. You took our best chance away. We finally had him. Norris loses it, sobbing so hard he becomes incoherent. His head drops to his arms, and he cries into the crook of his elbow. It's possible his daughter is still alive, but unlikely. I have to detach myself from the guilt that tries to wiggle its way in. Casualties are never easy to accept, but in this line of work, they are always there. If you don't desensitize yourself from it, you don't make it 2 months in this field. Puta, que sad. What he doesn't know is that the best chance of his daughter surviving would have been for us to raid that warehouse. He'd have run. He'd have tried to get away. Bringing her along would have been too risky then. She'd most likely still be breathing, and we'd more than likely have him in custody. I don't tell him that. It's better for him to blame us than bear the responsibility of his own daughter's death. I can at least offer him that much mercy. Weakly, he tosses a phone out of his pocket, and Leonard picks it up. He sent that, Norris whispers hoarsely. Said he'd let me hear her voice twice a day. Did he? Leonard asks. Norris wipes his eyes, nodding grimly, 5 seconds at a time, just long enough for her to beg me to save her. He breaks again, and Leonard walks out with the phone. By now, Erica Norris is either dead or wishing she was. She may have been wishing it for the past 4 days. Sometimes the homeless turn a blind eye to anything going on around them. It's their survival mechanism kicking in, not their inhumanity. It's street survival. They've suffered for so long that suffering more would be too much. But with enough incentive, they'll spill every word you need. Right now, the ones living in that warehouse are telling what they know in exchange for cash. Unethical but not illegal. But the info isn't much. Espérate para ver si ya contestó Nina. Nina se desapareció.
No, estoy conectada.
Ay, hace
¡Ah!
rato.
¿Y por qué no me dijeron? Es que
¿Sí?
no la veo.
Sí dije.
No te escuché.
¿Verdad que sí dije, Lau?
Sí, sí. O sea, no dijo así como aquí estoy.
Sí
Pero,
dije.
Ah, ¿en serio?
Y yo
bueno,
preocupada,
está bien.
ya iba a llamar a tu mamá. Bueno.
Justamente cuando se conectó
pero es que sí
estábamos
puede.
como empezando.
¿En serio?
Sí.
Bueno. ¿Qué he dicho entonces?
O sea, hace rato no, me perdí como un párrafo. Y lo leí mientras
Ajá.
usted estaba hablando de los tamales.
Pues no te escuché. Bueno. Es que como
Claro que sí, yo le dije algo de los tamales y usted me contestó.
Sí, de hecho.
pensé que era Lau.
¡Qué rico tamales! Y usted, bueno, más o menos porque tengo que trabajar, tengo que ir a ayudar.
Pensé que era Lau. Y yo, bueno. Ay, me duele la cara.
Pero bueno, no puse la cámara, está bien.
Es que yo no. ¿Ves? Ahora sí, qué diferencia. Es que yo no. O sea, solo veo si tienen cámara. Ya. En el Discord. Entonces, por eso no me doy cuenta. Bueno,
que no quería
continuemos.
como atarantarla. Pero bueno.
Ay, acabo de usar el otro botoncito para poner ya las dos. Y sí funcionó. Qué emoción. De mi nuevo
Sí, bien.
Stream Deck.
Porque también tengo Twitch en la compu abierto.
Bueno, ya.
O sea, bueno, se están viendo.
Sí.
Sí. Plemons claimed a back room and kept the girl chained there. He locked it with a padlock when he was gone, took her with him at other times. Blood was found in that room. He's already had his way with her, possibly even sliced her a few times to get what he needed, but not enough to kill her. A couple of suture kits were found in there, meaning he most likely repaired the damage he did with crude methods, just to keep her from bleeding too much. For 4 days she's endured him. For 4 days she's likely prayed for death. For 4 days her father kept his mouth shut and played a dangerous game he had no right playing. He should have come to us immediately, and Plemons would already be in custody. His daughter will be in her own bed instead of wherever she is right now. I walked out as he continues to sob, leaving him to cry in peace. See if you can get more out of him when the first wave of emotion is over, I tell Donnie as he meets me in the hallway. Anything on Lana? He shakes his head slowly. No, I asked Hadley to see if she could get a beat on her, since Alan is covered up in searching footage for this guy. I head straight toward Hadley's cubicle and find her pounding away on the keyboard, but it's not Lana she's looking for. She's searching the same footage Alan is. What the hell? Donnie said you're trying to get a beat on Lana. Lana isn't my priority right now, Logan. An innocent girl is in the hands of a serial killer, and I'm trying to help save her life. Oh. I love how she makes it sound like I am a controlling prick instead of trying to keep someone else from landing in his hands. We know she'll be a target, especially now. If she wasn't on his radar before, she is since the hospital incident. Hadley ignores me, still typing. Damn it, Hadley. She spins, leveling me with a cold glower. I'm looking for the girl we know is in trouble. You deal with your girlfriend, who you barely even know, on your own. He's more than likely not skilled enough to hack the hospital feed. It's even more unlikely that he'd be stupid enough to have been there, given how organized and smart he apparently is, given our new predicament. Leave me alone. She spins back around and I
Oh
blow
my
out
God.
a long breath. Fine. Find Erica Norris. Find him. I plan to. Thanks so much for your approval, she says snidely.
Oh,
I
sí
hate
que me cae
to
mal. No
I,
soporto.
I hate to admit it, but she's right. I have no business asking her to stop looking for a girl we know is in trouble to find my girlfriend. Es que sí, o sea, ahí sí le doy la razón. She'd be
Sí,
safe.
pero Harry es lo peor.
She'd be safe and talking to her house with police protection if I hadn't lost my temper in the hospital. I should have texted her. My phone was dead and I had no idea someone would notify Duke of what happened. I didn't want to worry her, so I was just going to tell her about it later, when she could put her hands on me and know I was okay. See it with her own eyes. Who the fuck is notifying Duke about anything? Why would anyone from our department let Detective Duke in on that attack? I asked Craig as I joined him at the board, where he's staring endlessly at pictures. Even he's trying to stop Lemons before he strikes again. I wondered the same thing, he says absently. His chief called him. The chief is being looped in on the case progression, considering we are sharing this case with local law enforcement to join manpower. He called Duke as a courtesy to your girl, but said he didn't have specifics to share. Craig turns to face me. He had specifics, he just neglected to share, and our guys wouldn't give her any information or forward her calls to any of our phones. She's not on your call list. A chill washes over me. He knew she'd go there, I say tightly. The chief is playing us because he wants this arrest. Craig agrees.
Oh,
I'm confusion. His department gets the least attention because we are their neighbors. All the high-profile stuff from DC goes straight to us, along with all the outlying cities too. It's more common here than any other place that we usually wait for an invitation for. So he lets her in on it through Duke, knowing she'd rush to the hospital. After we'd already told him we had local law enforcement guarding the hospital, checking everyone who resembled Clemens. We told him we thought he'd want to find a way to observe our pain and see the fear or panic he'd caused. And he wanted him to see Lana, I bite out. And possibly even follow her home, Craig says, his jaw ticking. Fucking son of a bitch. I called patrol. They told me what happened, but I'm sending one of our guys to help watch too. We have some we can spare, even though they are wet behind the ears still. ¿Quién es el jefe de la policía? Es el que llamó para que Lana se diera cuenta y fuera al hospital.
el que Duke es el mae que estaba cuidándola en la casa, entonces a Duke lo llamó el jefe de policía de ahí para que le dijera a Lana, para que Lana se preocupara y fuera al hospital y para que el viejo la viera ahí y la siguiera.
Guay.
Porque quieren ellos atraparlo en vez de FBI.
Ay, qué
Porque
carepichas.
estamos hablando de regular
Sí,
police
cierto.
officers.
Ok. Que dicha que Nina sí se acuerda. Porque yo no me acuerdo de nada. At least one person understands that Lana is also a target, and where we know he'll eventually strike if he's even aware of her. I don't feel as paranoid or crazy now. Thanks, I tell him. He shrugs. People will see me as rational on the matter, but find it an abuse of power if you do it. It made sense for me to step in, but I'm stepping in because I see what you're seeing. Everyone else just sees Erica Norris. His expression turns grim. She's been dead since the day he took her. Even if her heart is still beating right now. Oh, puta, qué sad.
Oh.
I know this, but I don't want to say it out loud to everyone else. In the backs of their minds, they know it too. Our only chance of saving her was stripped away when her father played a sexual sadist game. Craig adds on a long sigh. I don't have to be a profiler now. A profiler to know that much. Our only advantage is knowing Lana is most likely on his list. We should be concentrating all our efforts there. But we can't, I say, the frustration welling inside me. Because they want us looking for this girl. Craig agrees. And Lana is pissed at you. Her car's GPS was disabled shortly after she bought it. Found that out, unfortunately. And either her phone is dead or she removed the battery to keep us from locating her that way. Clever if it's the latter. Any reason your girl would work so hard to cover her trail like that? Si supieron. Even I admit that's weirdly suspicious. Lana is extremely private. She's also not as trusting of law enforcement as I originally thought. He nods slowly. Makes sense. Most people don't trust the government in general right now. If she's big on privacy and civil rights, it'll make sense. Does she even have Wi-Fi? Because I can't seem to find that either. I don't exactly take the time to sync up to Wi-Fi when I'm there, so I have no clue. Well, anyway, I can't find her. I had Sarah from White Collar Crimes helping me out. She said the girl knew how to keep from being found. She saw this a lot when she worked sex crimes. Women who were abused repeatedly dropped off grid and became isolated and private. I doubt that's the case with your girl, since she seems comfortable in her own skin and unafraid. You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Yeah.
But I did find a lot of similarities in her privacy extremes to what Sarah was telling me. It's always the first conclusion she draws. Porque solo. My stomach plummets.
Curioso.
Nothing about her has labeled her as a victim, but I think back to when I first met her. She was more detached, readily defensive, but didn't flinch away from my touch. No, my head is too crowded right now and I'm not thinking clearly. She's not running from anyone. If anything, she's too brave, not understanding the severity of her situation. Anyone who'd ever been physically assaulted in that way wouldn't be turning away cops. Oh my god. Fucking man.
Said the cop.
Ay, no.
Muy bien dicho por un policía.
When she knows she's a potential victim for a sexual sadist, I want her in protective custody. The protective detail is no longer good enough. They'll take it seriously if you back me. Already tried that, he says, grim again. The director said you couldn't control your girlfriend using FBI resources. He doesn't see a threat to her that can't be handled with extra patrol. He doesn't see him going after her at all, since he wasn't even aware that you were involved with someone. As though he's the most observant person in the world, I growl. We focus on what we have for now, Craig says. They are increasing patrol, but there's very little they can do if she's banned them from her property. But due to what just happened with the SWAT commander, we're strapped as far as extra hands go. No one with any living family members will be allowed to know what's happening before it actually happens. That's a lot of background checks, and then locating him on top of that. I get it. The director wants all our attention focused on the now instead of the possible future. It's as smart as it is stupid. But I'm worried I'm biased. No well. He claps my shoulder. I may be biased too, but only because you are one of the few who knows I'm prettier than you. I have about a small laugh, and he grins before heading off. I need to focus. Hopefully Lana left to find a very secure hotel and removed her phone battery because I suggested he might be skilled with a computer. How did this guy know the SWAT commander's name or his daughter's? I ask aloud to no one in particular. Because he does have computer skills, Craig says immediately, as though it just dawned on him too. We need to get our heads cleared and start thinking like we would with any other case, I tell the room as I turn around. Right now, he's in our heads, rushing our thought processes and turning our emotions against us. Me especially. Turning us on each other too, Donnie says as he steps out, eyeing me. The commander officially hates the very thing he's always stood for. Plemons may have a genius IQ that never got detected. There's a reason he suddenly craved the attention. A man who's never had something may be content in going on without it. But a man who's had a taste of something he didn't know he wanted will work harder to taste more, Elise says. shocking us all as she hobbles into the room on crutches, looking battered and beaten, one arm in a sling. "Damn it," Craig hisses, going to grab the emergency wheelchair from the corner. "You try to put me in that thing and you'll be wearing it when I'm done with you," she snarls, stopping him cold. Her eyes turn to me. "I want to find this son of a bitch. He's messed up somewhere. He's too comfortable with this city, too comfortable with this entire situation. He didn't show an ounce of panic until Lisa shot him. Even then, he seemed more annoyed than panicked. And if we can't find anything on his past, it's because he found a way to erase himself." "Let's get to work then," I tell her as she hobbles to her desk. "I get first dibs on shooting the bastard when that time comes," she adds under her breath, causing my lips to twitch. As much as I fucking hate it, I have to stop concentrating on Lana. There's a slim chance Erica Norris will survive this, but I owe it to her to give all my effort to that slim chance. ¡Qué capítulo más largo! Siguiente.
Yo puedo leer eso. Okay. Chapter 10. Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. Confusion. Lana. Kenneth Ferguson wakes more than I expected. These details are usually sorted way ahead of time. This guy is an obese beast, and rolling him to the water's edge proves difficult, especially since I've had to walk in the dirt and will not need to cover my tracks. At least he lives near the water though. Bright side. Monster can come in many forms. A pretty girl who loves the color red, for example, the color her victims bled when they are begging to be sparred. They can also look like balding, fat slobs who hang out in their ribs and wife-beater tanks. Yeah, talk about the stereotypes. I've seen more ass crack than I care to remember. I went out into the water, dragging the dead body with me under the cloak of darkness. I can remember a time that I was afraid of the dark. Now even the snakes fear me. He confused. His sins were ground out, and he confused it all. Okay, I might have been needed him to get to the nitty-gritty that had me swallowing back my own vomit, so I tortured him. Just a little, he broke quickly. He deserved more, so much more death. He deserved to die for days. But I can do that right now. It's risky to be doing this at all. I swim under the cold water, watching all the blood of me, ignoring the way my tired muscles protest to shield. Pushing that beast uphill was a struggle. Not to mention those effing stairs. When I emerged, I watched him waver on the top of the water. It holds him up with too much ease despite the size. The more body fat, the easier their float. As soon as the current grabs him, I head back, picking up the hoe near the water's edge, and start digging up my tracks with it. I take my route in reverse, as I hold the small but bright flashlight in my mouth to see. It's 2 in the morning, but I had to wait until now to dump his body. The bastard has neighbors within earshot, so torturing him was a pain in the ass. Fortunately, he had a basement, and
Hence,
hence, hence the damn stairs I was referring to. I also had to hose Sage's basement down with bleach and water to get rid of the blood. Forensic measures were needed for once. Killing is so much easier when it's on my list. Let's clean up. I want I want them found when they weren't there on the list. Kenneth has too much trace evidence that has to be destroyed. So the larger body of salt water will do the trick. Not to mention all the little critters in the sea will get a nibble before or if he's found. The pictures I found in his nice nightstand told the story before he could. 70 small children were in those pictures, mostly naked. Polaroids are a terrible creation, and pedophiles love their pictures. There was one picture out of all of those that I took. I'm not sure what I took it, but it was Hadley at age 11.
¿Qué?
My, he labeled them, marked their ages too. For some reason I know she won't enjoy her coworkers seeing her face on their board if his body is ever found and those pictures are discovered. She's strong and prideful, and most likely felt like it really was in her head all this time. They convinced her she was crazy. Her own mother convinced her she was making it up, paid a professional to aid in this, simply because the woman couldn't come to grip with the possibility she was married to a pervert who was molesting her daughter. Haley ran away. She ran because she thought she was dirty and wrong. So many good people in this world, and it took a monster to end the suffering of so many innocent children. I have no idea to feel indebted to a girl who wants to take me down, but there's something forcing me to feel as though we're kindred. I, I'd have gone crazy or killed myself without Jake. She never had a Jake. Maybe Logan is the closest thing to Jake she has, which is why she came after someone she thought was playing him. I'd kill a bitch for Jake. Haley doesn't deserve to be broken, so she'll never see that picture. I change out of my clothes on the gravel driveway, carefully watching anything that falls off me. My hair is wound tightly to my head and covered with a plastic wrap under a beanie. My clothes are nothing special, generic brand things, but bought at any local store. I'm careful to buy all things that are found everywhere, so as to have nothing special isolating me. The nail falls from my pocket, and I lean over picking it up. I'm not sure what I'm taking a nail from his house. He's not on the list. Maybe it's a habit. Or maybe I really have adopted a serial method of trophy collecting. They where they die, a nail
Muy
gets
sano, muy
taken.
saludable.
Un
Ma, estoy en
recuerdito.
shock.
His nail will go beside the others, finding a home with other pervert sons of bitches. Warm and toasty in my clean, dry clothes, I drive back to the drop spot, making one detour. An old woodshed is 20 miles down the road, resting on private hunting ground. I open the door and hear a scurrying of motion. Scared eyes meet mine from the kid huddled in the corner. She's dirty, scared, and all alone. I'm here to save you from the monster, I say softly into the darkness. The shaking slowly stops as she peers at me, her eyes wide and hopeful. Are you an angel? She asks, her throat raw and raspy, as though she's dehydrated. Compared to him, yes, I say honestly. She slowly stands, wearily looking at me. She can't be older than 8. Do you know if he has anyone else? I ask her, knowing his word it was just her, but it could be more. She shakes her head. The other girl didn't come back. My heart clenches. Come on, I'm going to take you somewhere you'll be safe. She nods, and even though she's terrified, she comes to me, ready to face anything terrible I could do versus anything he could come back and do more of. When she stumbles, I grab her and she doesn't flinch away. Brave girl. She lets me up. Uh, she lets me help her to my car and she slides in on the passenger side. Tears already leaking from her eyes. Her hope was going until this moment. I jog around to the driver's side, a risky plan forming. There's one place she can go to be safe. You don't have a family, do you? She shakes her head. I have a friend, a woman I knew in another life. She'd be a good mama. She'd take care of you. She pushes her dirty hair out of her eyes. Really? She'll keep me safe from him? I'll keep you safe from him. I can promise he'll never return, okay? She studies me for a long time, more tears building in her eyes. I've scared the shit out of her now. Damn it. You really are an angel, she says at last, causing my heart to flip. I don't say anything else as I drive toward Lindy May's house. She's one person who can see a ghost, but not flinch. What's your name? I ask the girl, who is relaxing more than by the minute. He called me Poop, but my name is Laurel, she says around and down, leaning against the window. My grip thick tightens, no sé, on the steering wheel, wishing I'd cut the dick off and swim it into his mouth. Lindy, Lindy Mai's house comes into view, and I debate this for a few minutes. She's a good woman, just like Diana, both of whom try to seek justice for me. Lindy suffered a terrible fate because of that. She was 5 years old, and she was years older than me the night they robbed me of everything. I called the FBI, Lindy shouts. Go ahead, Count. The FBI didn't give a damn about their father, did they? Kyle taunts, smirking. Deb holds her back, his face grim as she struggles to get to me. I'll teach that bitch a lesson later, Kyle mutters under his breath. Deb starts pushing Lindy away, practically carrying her as she screams for me. She screams for Marcus. She screams for help that doesn't come. Music grows louder, the sounds permeating to her with no concerns for the screams they're trying to drown out. Now where were we? Kyle drowls. Whose turn is it? Kyle did silence her. He didn't just silence her, he ruined her. Lindy suffered a loss trying to save me, but puts flowers on my grave every year. She talks to that grave, saying she's sorry if she failed me. She goes back to that hell to speak to a dead girl who she thinks she let down. She's a true angel. It's fate that she's so close by. Fate tells me Laurel would forever be loved and cared for by Lindy, and I'm sure no one will take a homeless child away from a loving home after what this kid has suffered. Leaving Laurel here, though, knowing this will tie Kenneth to the killer I am, it's a huge mistake. But I can't leave this kid just anywhere. I pull into the driveway and I see a set of eyes immediately peer through a crack in the blinds. All these years later, she still feels jumpy. She likely has a gun in her hand right now. I know the feeling. She suffered one monster. I suffered a town full of them. As I get out, the crack in the blinds disappears and I gently open the door, steering Laura awake. Are we here? She asks. Her voice is still scratchy. Shit. I should have at least gotten her some water. This is why I can take care of her myself. Well, that I'm well that and I'm sure it's not wise for a monster to raise a child. Lindy will make her loving. I'll turn her into a knife throwing killer. Yes, I tell her gently, reaching down and taking her frail, like body into my arms. She wraps her arms around me without hesitation, adorning me with trust. She shouldn't give me she shouldn't give so freely after what she suffered. She'll survive. She'll overcome this. I know that now, more than ever, because only the strong could handle touch after what she suffered. Lindy opens the door, peering out as I carry the child toward her. Who are you? What do you want? It's me, Lindy. I'm here to see if you're still as good as I remember. Just the sound of my voice as her stumbling through the door, her eyes wandering in shock. She clutches the door frame, trying to keep from sinking to the ground as her body shakes. I know, I'm dead, I say. Mamá de tu hablando. I say,
Pobre
tired of
Lindy.
hearing that one.
Sí,
Sí.
está teniendo un ataque cardíaco. ¿Se imagina todos los años
Ajá.
ir a visitar la tumba de alguien que se hizo pasar por muerto y que uno
Y la
cree que es
madre nada
culpa
más
de
llega.
uno?
Qué
Y la madre nada
pecado.
más llega ahí como, hola.
Y es, what's up? It's me.
You really are an angel. Oh, so. Voy, sí, creo que lo vamos a sacar en un cable.
¿Quién?
Ramón.
Ah, eso tiene sentido.
Yeah, you really are an angel, Laurel says weakly, her head against my chest. Lindy's eyes swing to the child as she flips a light on, and the color drains from her.
¿Aló?
Ay, pucha, voy, es que. No, no.
Ya no hay cable.
Ramón haciendo speech ahí y aquí Lili haciendo speech, vean. Apenas se ve la cola ahí.
Ay, Dios.
Kira no, Kira está aquí encima mío,
Oh.
ronroneando.
Oh.
No dice nada, ya, y se puso a dar vueltas como loco.
Mae, se conectaron porque Lili también. Allá va, allá va.
Y Kira, no les haga caso. Siga dormida.
Kira, vuélvete
No me
loca.
saben que se conecta.
Okay.
Quedaste en I say to Lindy watching as her.
Okay, but bueno, this little girl has suffered too much. I told her she'd be safe here. I say to Lindy, watching as her eyes slowly come back to mine. Don't make me a liar. She gestures us in, and I let her take Lindy from my arms. Lindy flinches ever so slightly, but she recovers just as fast. Lindy rushes her to the couch, putting her there and covering her with a blanket. I watch as the maternal instincts I lacked kick in for my old friend. She runs to the fridge, grabbing a bottle of water, and she rushes back. Laura practically rips the bottle from her hand, too thirsty that she drinks it too fast. Slow down, it'll make you sick to drink too much, Lindy says with a soothing voice, running her hand down Laura's cheek. Laura leans into the affectionate touch, already growing trusting of Lindy. This girl is making me to want to cry. I'm too emotional. This is too risky. But she deserves a chance of being safe, loved, and happy. I bet you're hungry. Laura nods em- emphatically, and even though it's closing in on 3 in the morning, Lindy rushes to the kitchen, grabbing the bread and peanut butter. You like peanut butter and jelly? Lindy, PB&J, no sé.
Sí, sí.
Lindy asks.
O sea, both.
Laura is still drinking the water. I watch patiently, a little in awe. No sé cómo se dice eso.
Oh.
As Lindy makes a sandwich. uh, as Lindy makes a sandwich and grabs another bottle of water. As she hands to a small girl her food, Lindy looks up to me. What happened to her? Before I can answer, Laurel answers for me. The angel saved me from the monster. He won't ever hurt me again. The angel will keep me safe. I nod toward Mindy as she covers her own mouth. Tears spring to her eyes. That's all she needs to know. Laura digs into the sandwich and I gesture for Lindy to join me in the kitchen. As soon as I, as soon as we're in there, I check to make sure Laura hasn't followed us. With barely a whisper, I tell Lindy, when this breaks the news, you come forward. Forward. Tell him a little girl showed up at your door, but you don't know who brought her to you. The man's name was Kenneth Ferguson. I'm sorry to ask this, but it's the only way they might find the bodies he has buried without me giving them the information myself. I hand her, I hand her a piece of paper and she swallows thickly, as though she's going to be sick. Is he still alive? I shake my head slowly. Good, she says quietly, looking over the little girl. She stares at her and remains silent, studying her, trying to figure out what's in her head. You're really here, alive, looking so different. It's really you. She nods, her eyes still locked, not on me. You're going after them, aren't you? She asks in a hushed tone, her eyes coming back to meet mine. I nod once. I've heard. Puede seguir alguna.
Sí, pero me perdí un toque.
En la mae le dice, you are going after them, aren't you? She asks in a
Okay.
hushed tone. Mae, o sea, es que literal, si alguien se da cuenta quién es ella, de un solo la agarran. Porque...
Pero es que no, porque ella no existe, está muerta.
Bueno,
Pero por otro lado, podrían culpar a un montón de gente en ese mismo pueblo, porque esta otra mae, aunque no fueron todos, fue uno. O sea, sí, es que, no sé,
y ese tal
qué difícil.
Kyle no lo ha matado todavía. Porque ese
No,
sale en
él
la
es el
lista.
último.
Ah.
Ujú. Ella dijo que ella quería que fuera el último para que supiera que él.
Ah, ok.
Eso es lo que recuerdo.
Ma, es que... Qué hijo de puta. Bueno, ya, dale.
Yo pensaba que eso estaba fucked up, pero después de terminar Mexican Gothic ayer, esto es tan normal.
Nina, no comparemos, por favor. No comparemos.
Esto es
Continúa.
tan realista. Bueno, voy a
Eso
seguir.
sí.
I not once. I've heard whispers and rumors that some of them have died, but I haven't found it on the news. I was hoping it was true. I was wishing it was me who had the strength to do it. My lips twitch. Your strength comes from somewhere different, somewhere more pure. Mine is hollowed out and filled with darkness, Lindy. I'm taking a huge risk by coming here. But you needed that little girl to be safe, she says, filling in the blanks, and you trusted me. Son las 9.
Hora de
Pero bueno, voy a
mí.
terminar este capítulo.
¿Qué? Suave.
Mentira.
¿Qué?
Hora de mimis.
Sí. Uy, mis pastillas, sí, sí. You lost a lot trying to get me and my brother justice. Her face changes, a coldness washing over her. That's not your fault. I try to tell everyone, but no one wanted to listen. I'll try to shut me up. Her voice breaks and my lips tighten. I know. He'll have his day, Lindy. He'll suffer the worst. She nods, her strength renewing as she angrily bats her tears away. Antonio left me when he believed Kyle. Kyle said I had sex with him. I told my husband I was raped. He believed my rapist over me, just left me. Uy, pucha.
Se me va a
I'm
caer
not already knowing this.
la mandíbula. What the fuck?
Yo debería agregarlo a la lista. Okay. Oh,
Legal.
I'm not already knowing this. Y yo debería agregarlo a la lista. Antonio is on my list. But not for that. His mark for penance should be fun.
Está bueno
bien.
ese carepiches. ¿Cómo le va a creer a un mae en vez de a la esposa? O sea, the fuck?
La esposa.
La esposa.
Jake has already started the process of ruining him, starting with bankruptcy. With any luck, the bastard will kill himself within the year when he's homeless, penniless, and pointless. No one cared. No one wanted to listen. No one wanted to be bothered with something so horribly, inconceivably evil. They wanted to pretend it just didn't exist. A dark smile takes over my lips. They'll never keep their silence again. They'll quake in fear every time the lights go off. They'll be the ones scared for a change. The time will burn Lindy. It will burn to the ground. Trust me. I have a plan. And no one innocent will get caught in the crosshairs. She blows out a shaky breath. I can't believe you're alive. She bats away fresh tears, looking over the little girl, who is sitting gratefully oblivious to her conversation. Gracias a Dios. I'll do whatever you need me to. Make Laurel understand she can't tell the cops I'm a woman. Make her understand she can't tell them anything or else I can't stop other monsters. Buena idea. I won't tell them a thing, Laurel says from the living room.
Qué mamona.
Maybe she's not oblivious of as I thought. She swivels her head, teally determination in her eyes. I want you to catch all the monsters. Pokemon.
¿Qué?
Catch them all. Yo hice una referencia de Pokémon con Catch all the monsters.
Malísimo.
Maybe she's more like me than I thought.
Ya se graduó en la ciudad como ella. Así que ya. ¿Se graduó?
Se escucha, ay, perdón, eran mis papás y entonces estaba hablando por eso. Bueno, voy a ponerme.
Tranquila. Nosotras las menos chismosas.
Chismosas, dice.
Las menos chismosas nos quedamos
Oh,
calladas para
that's true.
escuchar.
Nosotros.
Ok.
Sigo. Okay. As she turns back around, returning her attention to the sandwich, Lindy whispers to me, I want you to call all the to catch all the monsters too. Your secret is safe with me, Victoria. A chill runs up my spine. It's Lana now. They killed Victoria that night, I tell her quietly. She nods understanding. What about Diana? She tried to... I know. They threatened her son. I interrupt, waving off her concern. She's going to play a different part. My ducks are in a row. I've been patient. I've thought of it all through. Now I just wait on the chips to fall in place, and while they play poker, I'll be playing dominoes. She smirks, leaning back to grab me a bottle of water. As she hands it to me, I take one last look at Laurel. She's strong. Make sure she turns out like you and not me, I say to Lindy, whose eyes turn a little duller. I'm weak. I quit fighting and ran away. You survived. You fought against a war alone. You're stronger than you realized, and you're exactly what she needs. I sigh as I look into her teary eyes. I wish I could stay longer. I have to go. I start to turn away, but suddenly she launches herself at me, and I wrap my arms around her, feeling a hug connect to so many dormant emotions. It's the first time I've faced my past with a face I didn't want to cut off. It hurts as much as it heals. She hugs me tightly, and I return the affection, though I'm not sure how long we stay that way. As she pulls away, I hand her a piece of paper. She studies it, reading the directions, and nods at me, proving she's ready to play her new role. Just as I am about to leave, Laurel stands on shaky legs and makes her way to me. I kneel just as she tosses her arms around my neck, catching me off guard. Slowly, carefully, I hug her back. Kill all the monsters, she whispers. That way they don't hurt anyone else. Lindy's breath catches, and I frown. I hope her influence outshines mine in the long run. I'll kill them all so you never have to, I whisper back, even though it's highly unlikely that it's the right thing to say.
Uh-huh.
You bet. Good. You want a shower? Lindy asks her. She nods, tears coming to her eyes as though she's never wanted anything more. Lindy swallows again, trying not to cry in front of the heartbreaking little girl. I'll turn it on for you and give you privacy. I'll even let you lock the door so you feel safe. She speaks from experience. I used to lock my bathroom door too. You feel vulnerable when naked and distracted by the shower. You feel like you're too easily a target. I know the angel won't let me be hurt. I don't like locked doors, says quietly. My heart flutters and Lindy swallows again. I'll start the shower. She moves down the hall and I nod to her Laurel, letting her know she's right. I won't ever let anything happen to her. She was locked up. Her scars are different from ours. She was held captive. She needs air like we need confined security. Lindy's scars don't run as deep or painful as mine. One man ruined her. So many more took a piece of me. But the pain is just the same, just as scary, just as unrelenting. She returns and I see the bathroom door open. Apparently Laurel requested that. She has different scars, I say quietly. I learned to be what she needs. Thank you for trusting me with her. I've felt so pointless all these years, but if I can reconcile with what happened to me by being what she needs, maybe it won't all seem like it was pointless. I know the feeling. What do I say if they ask about Delaney Grove? She asks quietly as the shower hums in the distance. Say nothing. Her brow furrows. Why? A dark smile curves my lips, because there are so many more to kill. I'm not ready for everyone to know yet. To know why. A cold look crosses her eyes. Then they won't hear it from me. I'll do whatever you need. Just make sure those son of bitches never hurt anyone ever again. I hold up 6 fingers and she cocks her head confused. That many are already gone. Surprise flits across her eyes. Then you have a long list ahead of you. Oh.
¿Qué putas? Mae.
Y ya llevas 6.
Y
Va a matar a todo el pueblo.
Demasiado heavy. Pero ahí siento como que muy arriesgado contarle todo esto. O sea, no sé qué tanto confía en la mae, pero...
Jake no estaría de acuerdo.
No, o sea... No, o sea, le dio demasiada información. Sí, sí.
O sea, no, yo no le haría bueno, pero es que en este punto, o sea, no sé, es que no. Eh,
Sí,
Desde
está
el
fuerte.
momento en el que le dijo quién era y le llevó a la chiquita, es que
Con solo llevarle a la chiquita.
o sea, aunque no le hubiera llevado a la chiquita y no le hubiera dicho nada, le lleva a la chiquita a alguien más, a quien sea, igual se conecta porque son cosas que no tenían que ver. Va a ser duro esto.
Sí, yo siento que esto de haber matado a ese mae, como no estaba en sus planes, que
Ajá,
que se puede joder todo. Pero bueno, vamos a ver.
sí, y porque van todos los demás, nadie ha dicho así, es que los habían acusado antes por tal cosa, ¿no? No tenían nada en común aparte de dónde vivieron. Entonces, ahora con este otro van a decir, ¿y este qué tiene que ver?
Bueno,
Y adivinen
aunque
quién va a saber qué tiene qué malo tenía. Hadley. A
sí.
Hadley se le va a ocurrir
Y
porque va a
justo
decir,
después de que fue a ver a
ese
Lana.
mae, ajá, entonces va a decir, ok, tiene que haber sido Lana. Entonces, ¿qué va a decir? Va,
Sí.
hay muchas cosas así como muchas pistas, no sé, pero bueno, para la próxima.
¿Qué? Ya se tienen que ir.
¿Cuánto
Sí,
tenemos de nuevo?
No sé. Mañana,
mañana.
No
Yo sí
puedo.
podría mañana, tarde noche,
Lau,
Y tú no
pero
puedes.
ok, no.
no.
Sí, no, la
El
próxima
domingo en la
semana.
mañana.
Si no, no, la otra semana ahí vemos código.
Sí, sí.
Bueno,
Bueno, buenas noches, muchas gracias.
Buenas noches.
bye.
Bye.
Ay, ay, no me salía la llamada, ya me salí. Bueno, amigos, muchas gracias por acompañarnos el día de hoy. Voy a subir el video a YouTube para que se pongan al día. Bye. Y yo ya sé que ocupo ponerle a mi nuevo cosito de botones, el cosito de ending stream, porque no lo tengo ahí. Tengo que irlo a buscar. Pero bueno, hola Vilan. Otro día me conecto. Por hoy era solo una lectura rápida. Otro día me conecto a otra cosa. Pero bueno, bye.